can see they're walking down now, loads of ponchos.
Yeah.
You were going to wear a poncho once because you thought it'd make you more of a hit with the ladies, weren't you?
Oh, but they're so now, ponchos.
They are,
In
aren't
they?
Topshop, they are so now.
So you'd have been ahead of your time. again.
As ever.
You see, I think if you wait a couple of years, those clogs will be in.
Exactly. This is what I'm hoping.
You
What
just...
about this pipe? I like to think that the pipe. The pipe is definitely on the way back at some point.
Yeah,
pipe's got to
the
come
pipe
back.
with
What
the
do you think of a lady? Sorry, as a lady, what do you think of a man who smokes a pipe?
I think it's lovely.
Do you think it's quite
very
sexy?
sexy,
'Cause
yeah.
I think it's quite
I wouldn't want to
distinguished.
snog
It takes your breath away. What?
because I've given up smoking, Steve.
Yeah, it takes...
Well, I won't be giving you a blowback. I don't know what that phrase is, Rick. I gambled with that phrase. I don't know if a blowback... I think that could be obscene. I've got no idea what a
No,
blowback
I think it is very, very sexy in a sort of a Val Doonican kind of way.
He never smoked a pipe.
Not
Did he
right, I
not?
think.
No, he smoked a goat.
Oh,
Well,
right.
there's something about smoking a goat.
But what
About
worries
Paddy
me,
McGuinness
Claire,
goat, it blew up.
if you look at pictures of the great sort of thinkers of our time, and, you know, maybe they're at college or university in the sort of 1930s, you got those great, you know, the great thing of people who became the great artists of our century, and you see pictures of them in Oxbridge when they're 19, they're all smoking pipes in tweed suits.
Yeah.
No young people now are smoking pipes. I fear that it's going to be dead in like 15 years. I don't think anyone's going to be smoking pipes.
But I think, again, you
I
are
feel like
way
maybe it's
ahead
me
of
with a
your
certain
time.
profile.
Yeah.
Maybe I've got to try and bring it back.
Bring it back. I
You
think
know,
so.
then we could be seeing kids in Top Shop on a Saturday.
And let's not forget sniffing snuff.
Some snuff.
My nan used to sit there with 2 brown stains just dribbling through her nose.
Lovely.
Yeah, and that bit of snuff and some gin.
Well, this is because my friend always said if he won millions of pounds, he'd spend it all trying to bring back as a fashion accessory the cape. Because I think
See,
the
I
cape,
quite like the
because you can
cape,
make
and
such an entrance with the cape
And a
can't you?
cane.
A cape and a cane, yeah, and a top hat. I wish people had to wear hats now. I see.
I couldn't
I
go
love
off because
hats.
my shape and size. I look like Bertie Bassett. Whereas you'd look Basil Rathbone.
I'd look pretty good at all sort of
You'd cut a
Christopher
good-
Lee.
yeah.
in a cape.
Wow. You
But
would.
I'd sweep into a room, you
I
know,
know.
bellow
Yeah, see,
behind me.
I think you look like. And don't get this wrong. Don't take this wrong. Like we're mates. I think you look like a freak with a cape on.
Okay.
So-
all right. Well,
And at which point would you take it one step further and add the deerstalker, you know, and go the whole Sherlock Holmes
so
route?
like, yeah, I'd have the cape, the pipe, the deerstalker, and
Yeah.
I'd solve crimes.
It looked great. It looked like as some sort
You
of.
could be my fat companion.
I could be. What? Sort of like get padding and stuff. Yeah. No, I like that. Yeah.
I'd like to solve more crimes. If I'm being truthful, I'd like to.
I would love
you
to
know,
solve crimes.
Just to solve one crime would be
Oh,
great.
I wouldn't matter if I solved it. If they police came to me and said you did it, I'd just look at the first one, go in,
Yeah.
just get it off the streets. You know what I mean? Just like tick, done that.
Sure, yeah, but I
You
just
know.
feel there'd be something. I feel like maybe because you know, like in TV shows, it always used to be, you know, they were a doctor who also solved crimes. They were a plumber, they solved crimes.
Quincy.
You know,
Quincy, oh, yeah.
But, you know, a couple of sort of BAFTA-winning writers.
What did Heart
comedians
to
who
Heart
also
do?
solve crimes. That's good.
That'd be good.
That'd be great.
What did Heart to Heart do? They were just
They
millionaires.
were just a
weren't
couple, a millionaire couple who would invariably you know, what was
But
the
they
Murder, She
did
Wrote?
that
She was just a
every
novelist.
week, though. Every week, heart to heart.
Murder She Wrote.
Murder,
She
She
wrote
Wrote.
it and she solved
Yeah,
it.
we solved it.
It's
Yeah.
brilliant. Murder She Did wouldn't have been such a good sort of
No,
thing.
no. But this is what you don't seem to get that anymore. You know, people who do one job for a living. You know, DJ who also solves crimes.
A
The DJ who solved crime, that was Shoestring.
Was he a DJ?
Yeah.
He was
Eddie
a private
Shoestring
ear, wasn't he? He was a private
DJ who was
ear
also a
on the
private eye.
radio.
Is that what the thing they did?
Not private eye, private ear.
Is that what they said?
Yeah.
And how did he solve it? He worked out clues
Yeah.
for call-ins and stuff.
Yeah.
No, he used to leave the building. He didn't just sit there and play records and then try and guess.
That's great.
Give us a call on the usual number if you've got any idea who murdered.
No, it's Snitch Hour. Got a letter here. Who reckons she knows?
I know a lot of my friends are big fans of Midnight Caller. Do you remember Midnight Caller? Was he a DJ who solved crimes?
Yeah, it was one of those late night things in America, wasn't it?
But was he a DJ? He solved crimes, didn't he?
I don't know if he'd solved crimes or just solved...
If you've ever solved a crime, email
solved
us.
puzzles. he had one of those puzzler books. Weren't you on the front cover of Puzzler once? One of those things you get. Weren't you?
Puzzler.
Were you?
Was I?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, it was your other friend who was a
of mine,
DJ,
yeah,
yeah.
it was a
Yeah,
cover of Puzzler magazine.
That's it, yeah.
So was Puzzler a rude thing?
No, it was one of those things that you
Those puzzle books you can buy in the
Oh, actually, it's a puzzler.
You do
Oh,
for
so-
coach journeys, and they just put people's pictures on without permission.
Yeah.
I know people are just like, well, I didn't give permission. They just find like celebrities, and they just get their picture and they stick them on the
Well, they
front.
would have used me then, would they?
Well, I
Celebrities.
forgot. I didn't. Hey, Pink.
Should we play Pink?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't live by the rules.
be on your head. Here we go.
That was The Strokes and kids are mental.
Yeah. No, you're all right.
No, shut up.
No, the thing is, I think if we'd introduced that as just, and we didn't mention who it was, and we just said this is the new one from one of those trendy new bands, you know, the Boomtown Rats. then I'm sure these listeners would have happily accepted it.
Yeah.
As it was, they knew it was Pink, and the phone lines have gone crazy. We had upwards of 2 calls. I'll tell you this, we had between 2 and 4 calls. And they've not enjoyed it.
Why do we do this show? We don't need to do this show.
Because you love us.
We could be on Radio 1.
Oh man,
We could be on Radio 2, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Virgin, I think, called once.
Yeah.
Ages
Someone
ago.
just emailed, they just said, Pink sounds like Run for the Sun by Bucks Fizz. I can see what they're thinking.
What do they want then?
Well, yes.
Okay, what's the phone number again?
You know what people like? I know. Do you know? I never understand who phones a radio. Who tries? It took us like 2 hours to fail to get through to Chris Moyles. People will phone radio stations. Can you please play the new one by The Strokes? You just buy it, or you'll have the album. Why have you got to hear it on the radio? What difference does that make? Some guy talks at the end and the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Partially ruins the song. I can't understand who phones up for a request.
We're really alienating our listeners
Yeah.
now, aren't we?
Nice
We're going, we don't care what you think, go and buy it. We're going to play what we want and we don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not being particularly funny or interesting. We haven't even got that to fall back on.
I'll tell you what it is, Rick. Arrogance.
Laziness.
When you've got a hit TV show in your hand and you've won the awards and you're making the kind of money that you are at those massive corporate gigs,
Yeah.
where they're paying you
Yeah.
thousands of pounds to turn up for 10 minutes, you don't need this.
I mean,
Steve, don't you get that then?
I'm afraid I don't, Claire. I'm
no,
afraid I don't.
we
No.
there we are.
carved it up early on that Steve would not be making the sort of money that I would.
Yes.
And he shook on that.
That was written contractually.
Yeah. So I think.
So you did shake on that.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
it would be, and it would be horrible to go back. I don't think he realised quite the difference.
Yeah.
But
the
you know,
huge success.
I don't think
Yeah.
he'd want me to Welsh on it.
Right.
I don't think he'd be happy with himself if I
Yeah.
gave him any.
I
would you?
couldn't live with myself if you gave me some of that cash.
Well, what should we play then? What should we play? Should
Can
we
we
play
just
the
save
Strokes
it
or
by
something?
playing the Strokes?
Oh,
Yeah, go on then.
It's
That's
cool stuff.
Oh, thank God for that.
Electric Soft Parade. Same way every day. Is that what you want? Is that what you want?
Do you mean me or the listener?
The listener.
Sure.
Is it what? So they didn't like. So they want good music, they see.
Apparently, Rick,
So
they would prefer good music to
They
Pink.
want good music, do they? Are you sure they want good music?
They appear to want good music, Rick. Why?
Right.
Wait a minute, what are you thinking?
I'm going to think of playing a really good record next.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait.
No. They've wound me up now. They want good music. They don't want, right. So I will do a little deal with them.
Okay.
I will play them a fantastic piece of music, as long as they promise to turn the stereo up to number 10.
Wee. What about
yeah.
the neighbours, Rick? Think about the neighbours.
What, you think they'll annoy the neighbours?
They may annoy
Steve,
the
maybe
neighbours.
I want them to annoy the neighbours.
Wait a minute. Rick, you know what that was?
What?
It's the sound of the rule book being torn up.
Yes! Yeah.
Rick.
Yeah. You think I'm playing with fire?
It sounds like it.
Maybe I like getting burned.
Oh, careful, Rick, careful. Because you could scold your hands, but what about your elbows? Which one do you want that meant? Which one do you want that meant? I didn't really
Right,
think that through.
this is a great piece of music by one of the greatest bands ever. Okay, it's one of their best songs.
Yeah, that's true
okay.
enough.
It is long.
It's a long
but-
tune.
Well, you know what?
What, you can't handle
What?
it?
You can't. You don't want 8 minutes
Oh,
of
you
The
want 8
Who.
minutes of cracking music?
Yeah,
Then
listen to
please
this.
Switch off your radio.
No, seriously, turn the radio up.
Crank it up.
Crank it up. Go.
Rock it up.
That makes up for Pink, doesn't it?
Oh, man alive. Oh,
It's an amazing track.
It's incredible.
It is. I mean, incredible.
It's textbook rock and roll.
But that when I was growing up, I had 2 favourite lyrics of all time, and one of them's in there: "Meet the new boss, same as the old boss."
Yeah, it sends a shiver down your spine.
It's fantastic. And the other one was it's on America's tortured brow that Mickey Mouse has grown up a cow.
Nice.
Do you know what that is?
Nice. Oh.
Phone in. This would be a competition. What should we give away?
Office.
We haven't got any, have we?
Just why don't you just sign
That's
your
like-
signature on a piece of paper or something? That's got to be worth something in a couple of years.
£4.
Yeah.
£4 you can get on
It would
eBay.
cheapen the piece of paper.
Yeah, not if it's a rubbish bit of paper,
I've had an
which
email here-
I probably would sign.
There's an email here from Davey
Look, it's
Monroe.
lit up. No, wait a minute. Look at that.
Oh my
They've
God!
gone mad. answer it. Put them live.
Oh.
They might know the answer.
Hang on.
We'll give them some. We'll give them some CD.
How do you get it
Why
live?
do you figure that out? Let me just read this email. Go on. If you're having to play, it says here, if you're having to play extra ad breaks and 8-minute-long songs, it just goes to show who provides all the material for that radio show of yours. Did Carl secretly write The Office as well? And I think to myself, it's like, what do you want from us?
We'll just see if someone's on
One
the
of the
phone.
most incredible rock and roll tunes ever laid down on vinyl, and you're whinging?
I know.
Because you'd rather have our inane banter. What kind of a person are
No,
you?
they'd rather have Carl's inane
Well,
banter.
clearly.
Don't big your
I
roll
just-
up.
no,
They don't
no.
want us at all, Steve.
I've just had a phone call from a very nice girl saying, "Where's Carl?" I said, "Well, you know, he's back next week. What's wrong with me?" She went, "No, you're lovely, Claire, but Carl calms the other two down."
Sure.
Really?
Can we just see if someone's on the phone? Is
Yeah, go on
anyone
then.
there?
got?
Right, what are we going to give him? We're going to give him some
got nothing.
CDs.
We've got running on
Well,
it.
take the name. Right.
Anyone there? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, God, there's someone there.
Oh, I've got to put my headphones on.
Oh, hang on. Oh,
What was the lyric again?
Stay there, please.
Alright,
It's on America's tortured brow that Mickey Mouse has grown up a cow.
Life on Mars. David
Life on Mars, David Bowie. It's easy as that.
He.
What's your name?
It's John Ball.
John Ball.
John, I'll be honest with you, we got nothing. We got nothing to give you.
It's not good enough.
No, we'll get him some. We'll give him an office CD.
It doesn't.
and
We
some.
can't keep doing that, Rick. It's
We've got
pathetic.
nothing
Yes,
else. They
you
don't
can.
give us anything, do they? They don't. They are. Oh, it's a wonder we get into the building. No one's
know,
around
I know.
on Saturdays. No one cares.
Office DVD.
Yeah,
What would
okay.
you really like, though, if you could have anything?
Yeah, Office DVD.
See?
There you
Fair
go.
enough, fair
Brilliant. Okay.
Stay on the line, mate, and I'll get you details. Okay.
Excellent. That was a competition. We did. That was like real radio.
Well done.
It was like real radio. Now we've got to play David Bowie, haven't we? That's what they
Calm
do.
down, Rick, you are- I can see what you
no,
mean.
but Foxy would have it
Well, you're
lined up.
Rick, you're gonna have a heart attack.
Am I?
Live on air. I mean,
Yeah.
it's dramatic radio, and that's Sony Award winning. I know that. Any kind of, I seem to remember when Tony Blackburn had his breakdown on there. I think did he win awards for that? I mean, it was pretty impressive
Probably.
stuff. It was pretty intense.
Yeah. What breakdown
Yeah,
award?
have a breakdown. Yeah,
Excellent.
This year's best breakdown on radio.
Tony Blackburn.
Yeah, but
Or Tessa, marry me.
yeah, it was something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He played the same song again and again and again. Must
Did
have been
he?
fascinating radio. That sounds like Capital Now.
Oh, it's that satire.
High five.
Yeah, nice
We've
one.
done there.
Oh, well done. Well
Oh,
done.
Are we owned by Capital?
You've got, remember what happened last time?
Sure.
And now Richard Park, who owned Capital, is the Grandmaster. What?
The Grandmaster?
He's the grandfather. No, he's a
Headmaster.
headmaster of Fame Academy.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, let's play a record now, because you have to lie down, because you're just getting so worked up and now. I can tell when there's an excitement and enthusiasm, and sweat, beads of sweat run down
Well,
your
it
brow.
started off so badly, we had nothing, but then I did a competition, gave away some things. You've got an email that really annoyed you, haven't you?
Well, we can talk about that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, whenever I see beads of sweat, I know, because that's not the
Jeez.
Ricky Gervais I know.
Okay.
It worries me. You never work yourself up into any kind of sweat. so
Okay,
you
let's
need to just
play
chill
it.
out, calm
Let's
down.
we're going so well now, aren't we? What about a bit of Beck? Would
Let's have a lovely bit of Beck, just to chill everything out, just calm everything
yeah,
down.
Yeah, yeah,
All right,
yeah,
all right, relax.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
there you are,
yeah,
Steve, he's gone.
yeah, yeah. Beck, beautiful that.
Good tune.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Lost Cause, XFM 104.9. It's going well, isn't it?
Oh, I'm loving it.
Right, let's do something else then. Adverts. or
Adverts, I'd
something.
love to hear some adverts.
Yeah.
Oh, please.
There it is. Life on Mars, with that great lyric by David Bowie.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Although, it's not quite as good as, what was the one, was it Jeff Lynne? The chances of anything coming from Mars are a million to one, and yet they come.
Yeah, and still they come.
And still they come, and
I wonder
still
what you
they
get.
come.
Would you get that on Ladbrokes?
I'd like to
A million to one.
But it's
Yeah.
a million to one, and still they come. Clive,
Yeah,
and still
yeah.
They, come.
They
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know the odds. They go, what are you doing? It's a million to one. It's what?
Some guy
There's
in
a
that-
million to one on you. We should have put that on. You didn't tell me you were coming.
notified us. We could have split it 50-50. I could have made it
Fiddled it a little
fortune.
bit. I could have gone, wow. I could have probably got them up to a million and a half.
Gorg, what were
Now
you
you're
thinking?
here. We're never going to get good
Oh,
odds.
Gorg, the chances of that.
Gorgie.
The chances of that happening were a million
What
to
have you
one.
come for? They've probably come for that.
Well, why didn't you
quash.
sneak in?
They've come for that quash drink, haven't they, again?
You could have snuck
Oh,
down.
what are you
could have let
doing?
us know and flown back and then made another.
You know that fella? We come for that drink you call quash. I bet he'd get off with snork. Wouldn't he?
Possibly.
He'd meet
Are you
around
thinking of weird stuff again? You're thinking of crazy ideas again. What about those smash aliens? All right, you got something on them, have you? The
Yeah,
little-
you know, they went out, right, without an umbrella.
Oh,
Poured down.
it
they got-
rained. I knew it would.
Yeah.
I knew it would.
Anyway.
Oh, anyway, David Bowie.
No, no,
beautiful.
this is spiralling. Can I just mention Lynn, who's just phoned because she was queuing up all night outside the Apollo for Bowie tickets, and she got a pair, so
Oh,
she's dead
well
happy.
done,
Can you
excellent.
dedicate that to everyone who's queuing up? So
Yeah.
so
Best
do
of luck
that.
to them. Jeez.
And I wanted to tell you about the time Bowie came into XFM to talk to Zoe Ball.
David
And,
came in, did he? Was this recently?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to mention her name. She works in the office, Charlotte. When he walked by her desk, which you have to do when you come to the studio, she didn't actually meet him, shake his hands, or make eye contact, but she actually cried because he was in her vicinity.
Really?
And she actually burst into tears when he walked by. Isn't
Rick,
that? I
I've
love
made
that.
women do that. So, you know.
You've got something in common.
Well, a little something in common with David Bowie.
They whimper and weep when you're in. You know what I mean? It's sort of like...
There's a lot more screeching as well.
Yeah.
A lot of screaming.
Tell them about that email you just got.
this guy-
Right, I got to tell I nearly said the fans! People who happen to be listening to XFM waiting for the person after us. Who's on next?
Natasha's
Natasha.
not with the football show.
Right, Steve was genuinely annoyed. I laughed. Right, Steve is genuinely annoyed. He doesn't like rudeness or people insulting him from a distance.
I'm not sure I can find it.
Oh, what was it? Oh, you got to find it.
Well, hang on, let me...
Oh, hang on.
This is good radio as well. The sound of a mouse clicking in the distance.
Well,
I'll just
sure,
keep
you sprung
talking.
it on me.
I'll just keep talking.
Can't you can come up with some magic?
What was Scooby-Doo on about? A talking dog? That's a bit weird, isn't it? And then, right, what was that? Wacky Races. I don't know if... Oh, no, wait a minute. So why did they run, the cavemen, if they... the car?
I've got it.
I've got it. Right.
Okay. This is an email. This is an email that was sent through.
Right.
And this is my feeling. I think if you're going to email an insult, you've got to at least be clear what the insult is. You can't make me do the work. You can't make me try and guess or figure out.
No, it's like sending someone hate mail and they have to pay postage.
Yeah, exactly.
You go, well, if you're going to...
Yeah, exactly. Or making an obscene phone call, but correct.
The postman asks you 25p before he hands you a letter bomb.
Yeah.
Go on.
It says, merchant. It opens with merchant. Who are you, call sad! Exclamation mark. At least my mother still don't cut my hair. Merchant. Who are you, call sad? At least my mother still don't cut my hair.
Is it an anagram?
I don't know. I feel like it's been translated from the French.
Yeah. It's a Japanese spelling of hate
exactly,
ya.
exactly.
And he's
There's
got,
other shit, yeah.
he's got a Japanese English dictionary. It's just literal. So, how does he know your mum cut your hair then? You've never said that on air, have you?
It's not true, Gervais.
Actually, can I just say, I think your hair looks really nice,
Thanks
Steve.
very much,
I've known you for about 5 years now.
I know,
It's lovely.
I laughed at you needing someone to say it. It looks fine. Yeah, it looks good.
What do you mean it looks fine?
It does look good. It looks good. He's got a little bit of product on it, hasn't he?
Yes.
Maybe I have.
A little bit of hair gel. What do you-
Maybe Gavin had his fingers all over it yesterday. Yeah, I have my hair cut by Gavin of West Hampstead.
Is
He
it
does a
called?
good
Is
job.
that is what it's called, Gavin? Or is it a bloke who works in?
It is a Gavin who works in
Do
the
you
barber
use
shop.
that fudge stuff? On
Sorry,
your
is
hair?
that, no. But
I
seriously,
use a form of clay, a moulding clay.
Yeah, that's
Mad.
Gavin
It's
recommended
mad.
it. Gavin recommended it, and I've been very happy so far.
Hold on though.
Rick, what do you use?
I don't.
Yeah.
Don't. I just sort of.
Well, that's obvious.
No, I just sort of like comb it back and whatever way it falls, really.
Yeah.
But
You had more questions about Gavin?
yeah, no.
I was up seeing Gavin yesterday, just having a haircut. There's nothing untoward, and I popped past Habitat. There's a Habitat, and it's quite a trendy kind of designer furniture shop or whatever.
Sure.
And I popped in there. I thought I'll pick up the sort of brochure, the catalogue. There was a big stack of the new
You were
catalogue.
stunned by the prices you're going to tell me, aren't you?
No, I'll tell you what. I was about walking out with the guy. Went, "Hey, where are you going with the hair? It's a great looking haircut, but where are you going with that catalogue?" I went, "What do you mean?" He went, "It's £2. You've got to pay £2 for a catalogue from Habitat." And I said, "Well, I could go down to Argos. I can get as many as I want for free. I can go crazy in Argos. I can get them Littlewoods, the mail order people.
Yeah.
They'll send it to my home.
Yeah.
I got to pay £2. There's lingerie in that one. You know, you've just got like some furniture and stuff." And I'm paying £2 for it. If there were some ladies draped over the kind of filing cabinets, I'd be interested. I'd
I
pay
love the fact
£2.
that you. No, what did you say though? You didn't say I can go down to Argos and get as many as I like. What did you
did.
say?
Yeah, I did. I said, "Well, what are you talking about? This is why am I paying
Isn't it
£2?
weird charging for a catalogue?
But this is a catalogue just to tell me what I might want to buy."
It's sort of their calling card. It's like paying for a poster or a sticker. or
Exactly. This is what.
something.
It's almost like paying an entrance fee to go into the shop.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
It's a good idea.
It's a good. I mean, because it's good to just walk around and browse. So, I mean, I'd pay £1 to like, walk around a really
Yeah.
good shop.
Yeah, but I tell you this: if Habitat maybe had some kind of like sort of centrefold.
Why don't you do
I'd
this?
be interested.
I'll tell you what. In a great shop like Habitat, you pay £1, right? if you buy anything, that comes off the thing. If you don't buy anything, you've paid a
You
pound to
wasted
stop
quid.
wasting their time.
It's an incentive to buy.
I wouldn't like it.
Sure.
I wouldn't go in there. I think it's a terrible idea.
Well, anyway, that's
What should we
that.
play?
That was a sideways look at the world of high street shops.
I think you should play the award-winning Ms. Dynamite.
Yeah,
Oh,
go on.
she's cracking.
Ms. Dynamite. Good, that, isn't it?
It's cracking. Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah. Mercury Award winning.
Absolutely.
Well done.
Yeah, good luck to her. Good luck to her.
I must admit, I wanted the Streets, but
I know
Yeah.
she did a very good second choice, and you know, wish you all the luck in the
All
world.
the luck in the
So,
world.
I'm looking at your hair.
It's not bad, is it?
And you have bigged it up, so you're quite. So I assume you didn't go to a barber. You've gone this.
This is
actually
a
proper-
hairdresser's. This is
Right.
Gavin of West
Okay,
Hampton.
I'm going to ask you now,
Yeah.
right? And I'm not going to take the mickey, even if it's £100. I'd think you're a fool, and I know you wouldn't pay that much. But it's obviously more than the £5 then, isn't
Yes.
it? How much do you pay?
Ricky Gervais, for this haircut, I paid the princely Sam, and I was proud of it, 22 notes. But
That's all right.
But I went up to 24 because I was pleased with what I had. Little tip for him.
£2 tip.
£2 tip. I could have just given him one of those Habitat catalogues. He'd have been pleased with that.
I love
Just
about
slap that on the desk.
Yeah, and he'd have gone, thanks very much. And you'd have to go, I'm going to be honest, Gavin, that is not free.
Exactly.
If that had been Argus catalogue, then throw me out of it. It's an insult.
exactly.
Look at the price. Go £2. Yeah.
Yeah.
That £2 is yours.
It's yours. You're taking that home.
Would you prefer the money? What should we do?
Yeah.
We're going to usually play a new one around this time. What new adverts have we got?
We've got plenty here.
Oh, come on, let's
Come
hear it.
on. Are you in there?
No.
Badly Drawn Boy. I imagine that's starting a British film. Do you know what I
Yes.
mean? They're jumping on a London bus and they're going around London.
Well, of course, the film about a boy, he did the soundtrack for. So if you were a little bit more up on films and stuff, you'd have already
Yeah.
known that idea's been done, and you wouldn't have embarrassed yourself, and there wouldn't be egg on all our faces.
Oh,
But
no.
thanks very much.
Sorry about that, I'm eating. I'm very messy, aren't I?
Yeah.
What have you got, Steve? What have you got for
Rick,
me?
I'm glad you've asked. Thanks for asking. This is a Stevie Wonder track. Now, I hope people aren't as offended by Stevie as they were by Pink.
I'm sure they won't be.
I mean, for goodness sake, he's one of 20th century's greatest artists.
Yeah.
This is from an album, not one of his more famous, Fulfillingness's first finale.
Yeah.
And this is a track called You Haven't Done Nothing. But Rick, here's a little quiz for you, a little pop quiz for you.
Oh.
There is a very famous backing vocal group here. I mean, they were famous in their own right, but here they're doing backing vocals. I'd like you to identify them. And there's an Office DVD winging its way to you, Ricky. If you can spot who it is. Let's
Right,
hear it.
okay, the pressure's on.
Oh, magnificent. Do you not enjoy
Brilliant.
that?
Excellent.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Stevie Wonder, You Haven't Done Nothing from Fulfillingness's first finale. It's quite tricky, that, the backing vocals.
Well, I
They're not
never get
particularly
that.
prominent,
well,
are they?
And it could be anyone. So I'll just go for someone that's a vocal group with, I don't know. Is it obvious or is
It's
it...
very obvious.
What, that it would be that they would back him?
It's not obvious that they would back him, but it's obvious that, I mean, they are huge stars, or they were huge stars.
And what is... Was it, what, mid-70s? Early 70s?
Talking mid-70s. 1974 is the album. There's an Office
It's not,
DVD winging its way
not
to
the
you.
Jackson 5.
It's the
like that.
Jackson 5.
Is it really?
There they are. Well done.
Well, there you
There
go.
are, yeah.
Well
I mean, that's how
done.
big Stevie was, that he could ask the Jackson 5 just to stroll in
There you go.
with some very
See?
nondescript backing vocals. stuff.
First album I ever got, Jackson 5.
Was it? Which
Yeah.
one?
It was the one with Rockin' Robin on it.
Nice. Did you rock to that? I imagine you
I-
did.
I walked
Grooved
round-
to that. How old were you? What 18?
I was about, I suppose, I don't know, 11 or 12, and I had one of those little cassette players when you had to press down playing, and it had a little handle that came out,
Yeah, brilliant, yeah.
and I had one CD with it. And
Well, one tape.
One tape, yeah.
Sure. And you bought it yourself, did you? Or
No, that was a Christmas present.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And that was the only one you had for, like, I imagine, like a year or something. Just
Well,
that one
it's-
tape.
yeah,
endlessly played.
until that-
What was
yeah.
your first record purchase?
It was
Stacey?
a Disco Fever compilation. Well, actually called Disco Fever, and I got it because I loved Yes
Wait a
Sir,
minute.
I Can
What, are you
Boogie.
embarrassed about having your mobile on, or what?
Something's
what's
vibrating, and I'm assuming
Sorry.
it's a mobile.
Oh, so it's my boyfriend. Oh. I did turn the ringer off. Oh, sorry.
So what, it's a Disco Fever compilation?
Yeah, featuring Baccarat, Yes Sir, I Can Boogie.
Cracking.
Yeah.
And Space Float On, I think, which is what I want.
Float On, that
yeah,
one?
that's one. Yeah,
That's the Floaters, isn't it?
The Floaters.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hi,
Always
hi,
made me laugh.
Larry.
Yeah.
My name's...
I don't know.
Magic Fly by Space.
All right.
Do you remember that
no,
one?
I don't.
No, yeah.
No.
I
Okay.
don't know if my first purchase is cool or not, really, because I suppose it seems like it is. It was the greatest hits of the Stranglers.
That is so
we're
cool.
told
the
it's
Stranglers
different.
quite cool?
That's scary because I finished school by the time that came out. I think that's scary. The Greatest of the Stranglers. No, I was
I
never
think
a
that's more to
Stranglers
do with the
fan.
fact that my parents didn't have any records in the house. They had, I think they had the Jeff Love Orchestra plays big war theme tunes. They had one of those Top of the Pops albums with a woman wearing a neckerchief on the cover.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it. And the 1812 Overture, you know, played
I
on
had
the
one of
fiddle or
those.
something.
I had one of those with Mozart's 40th on it because that was released at the time.
Oh, that wasn't obviously Mozart's 40th birthday. That'd have been a wild swing.
I'm not
If he'd
that
made
old.
it that far, that'd have been a wild.
that'd have been great,
I'd love to
wouldn't
hear that on record.
How old was he when he died?
He was quite young, wasn't he?
He didn't live long that
18
time, did he?
or something. He was a genius.
No.
He was a boy wonder.
Yeah,
He was a boy wonder.
he grew up.
But a lot of people don't
He was like Ali Jones. It was
What a
all
lot-
over by the time he was 11.
What a lot of people don't realise about Mozart was that he also, in his spare time, used to solve crimes. Yeah, that was why he was so. That was what musical crimes. He was considered
Oh, we've come
plagiarism
full
issues, things
circle
like that.
now,
We have
haven't we?
indeed. We've
Yeah,
brought that
yeah.
right back. We should.
Actually, I hate to interrupt you, boys,
Go on,
but we
sit down
have
again.
got to squeeze one more song in.
the
before-
wrap up, have we?
yeah, break.
what should we do? What should we have?
What have we got there, Claire?
Well,
we haven't
I've-
thought this through, really.
I've got this one I want to play you. I want
What is it?
you
What
by
is
the
it?
Electric Six.
It better be good because if you end a show with it, I mean, we've had lots of faux pas
This
and really
is
bad
going to
bits.
be possibly the biggest song of 2003,
You think so?
Rick.
Go on then.
Man
Yeah.
alive. Right,
Let's
so
go.
this is it. Thanks very much indeed, Claire, for coming
Cheers,
down.
thank you.
No, it's a
been
pleasure.
No,
Is
really
Carl
was
back
good.
next week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, just Lee doesn't care, does he?
Yeah.
Can we just quickly say, so you're on Parkinson tonight then, Ricky? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And the office starts, what is it, Monday?
This is easier, this, isn't it? And there's a DVD winging its way.
Yeah.
Hey!
I guess I do want one.
See you next week.
So, what have you been doing this week, Steve?
Well, I'll tell you what. At the beginning of the week, I was incredibly annoyed by Carl.
Why?
No, because I remember you had a little discussion with Carl a while back, saying that you thought he was lazy at times.
Yeah.
And you know, you had various criticisms of his work.
Yeah.
And I got a call from him. He said, "Oh yeah, I should have told you. I had a phone call. Someone said that they were trying to get hold of Steve Merchant to offer him some lucrative voiceover work. Now you know
That
as
is
well as
money
I-
for old
It's money for old
rope.
rope. It
That's
is
about, you're in there for about 20 minutes and it's thousands
If
of
there
pounds.
are children listening who are still at school, they should definitely, when the careers guy says, "What do you want to do?" Try and get voiceover
Voiceover
work. Just
work.
become a voiceover artist. It's money for old rope.
Yeah.
So I can't believe my luck because
Yeah.
you know I love money for old rope.
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, what was the information?" He said, "Oh, I don't know. I deleted the message." It was on his answer, and he deleted the message. I said, "Right, when did the message come?" He said, "Last week." So he took a week to tell me that he had deleted the message.
Why, just because it wasn't for you?
I mean, I don't know how selfish that is, Carl.
No, what happened is, right, I got back off holiday. I was at home,
Yeah,
so I called up my voicemail,
Yeah.
right, because I can do that.
yeah.
Remote access, right, because I've
Brilliant.
got to know what's going on at work.
Of course.
Called in, it was still my day off, I was going through the messages.
Yes.
Heard one from some company saying, we're after Steve Merchant,
Yeah.
we want him to do some voiceover work,
Yeah.
right? I can't remember the name of it, but
Thanks.
I thought, right, I'll remember to tell Steve.
A week later.
It doesn't matter, does it? You still got the message, and they
What
Yeah,
message?
but voiceovers have to be done in the next
Well,
couple
I
of
didn't
days.
get the message. All I got was there was a company, I don't remember the name, and they phoned you. They wanted voiceover work. Well, how does that help me? There are hundreds of thousands of media companies.
I
You
was
didn't take
more-
down a number. You didn't take down a name. Nothing.
I was more puzzled why they'd want you to voice anything.
He's having a go,
I don't know why.
No, but listen to that
Oh,
voice.
you must be annoyed. You must be annoyed.
I mean, talk about rubbing salt into the wound.
No, but listen to you.
Oh, God. I don't know what you. I don't know how you think. I don't know how your mind works.
Well, I was thinking there must be a tractor sale on somewhere.
What do I care? Hang on a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I
worm
don't
has
care.
turned.
I don't care if they want me to advertise, you know, the latest designs in pirate fashion wear. I will do a voiceover because it's money for a rope. I don't care what you think of my voice. Someone was interested. They were offering me money. And you decided arbitrarily, oh, they probably wouldn't want it. They probably made a mistake. They wouldn't like the way he talks anyway. I'll delete the message.
No, the thing is, right, I
What if
get
that had been a
paid.
girl?
I get paid to sit here on a Saturday,
Yeah.
right? Play CDs and that, help out with the show, get you decent prizes. I think I do me bit,
Sure.
right? It isn't about running your voiceover work.
So hang on, so Carl, let me just get this right. If someone was ever to phone me, right, trying to get in touch with you, to offer you work, you'd want me to just ignore the message. That is what you're saying to me. You'd prefer that I deleted the message, I ignored it altogether. That's what you'd want for me to do. That's what you want me to do.
What? Someone's calling you for something?
Someone's phoned me. They say, oh, I can't. I don't know. I'm a friend of a friend. I've got your number, Steve. I would love to use Carl Pilkington for an
Well, you've never
exciting
called me,
sex
so has
scene.
it happened? Has it
Well,
happened?
that's what I'm saying. In the future, if it was to occur, do you want me to just ignore it? Is that what you prefer me to do?
Well, it's not like that, though. I did tell you. I told you the message.
You didn't. What? You told me a week later with none of the information I needed.
Carl, that doctor called last week. That kidney's ready for that little girl that you were doing that sponsored walk for. I forgot to tell you. Oh, I hope it's still all right. They keep it on ice, don't they? I think they do.
Selfish, Carl. So selfish. And you lost us a second.
Beautiful bit of Snoop on XFM, yeah? Kicking it with Ricky
old
Gervais.
school, yeah.
Sweet. Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. What has happened to Carl? Because Carl, I thought, is this sort of sweet little buffoon, almost childlike in his ways. You know what I mean? Like Charlie Brown after some sort of head injury, and now he's. And now he's coming back like that, having a go at, not caring about voiceover work. It's like, because Heat have written about him a couple of weeks, it's like he thinks he's better than you in some way.
I do care, though. You're out of order saying that, right? Because I sorted you out with tickets for stuff.
He doesn't turn up to.
Carl, I received a phone call. You deleted the message offering me voiceover work. You're as bad as my agent. I'm appalled by it. And I thought we were friends.
At least his agent, when he does it, is losing himself money as well.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got no comeback. You're still sweet. And to have a go at you've got a mank whine. Right?
Voice.
Like a cartoon Gallagher brother on Coronation Street. I mean, and yes, Steve does sound like a Wurzel, but that doesn't, do you know what I mean? What about Jethro? Jethro does well. Jethro gets on Des O'Connor anytime he wants.
Just has to phone Des up.
And he's on there.
Straight on
and
there.
he's whining like a Wurzel as well. So, to say that is a rubbish...
Alright, apart from that then, what else have I done? That's wound you up.
Well, that's a good starting point, because you haven't even apologised.
No, it's a shock, because that's the first time I've let you down. And I didn't really let you down, because I passed on the message.
You didn't. Well, we've been through it. You didn't pass on the message. Saying I deleted a message for you is not passing on the message. I mean, I just think what's happened is that you've got a little bit of celebrity now from the show. I mean, I've seen you being recognised in pubs and stuff, or people have come up and they said, "Are you Carl?" because they've seen Ricky. Now, it just seems to me that you are not keeping yourself grounded. You are just, you cannot deal with fame. You've not got the intelligence to cope with the celebrity, and you're just becoming this kind of ego-driven monster.
Now it's getting.
It scares me, Carl. You're not the man I remember.
Look,
a bit nasty.
I put a lot of work into this on Saturday. This isn't my proper job, right? Where were you in the week?
Oh, he's got you there.
What?
Where were you in the week? I said let's meet up, let's, come up with some new features and that. Where were you?
Carl, you phoned me about an hour before you wanted to meet. That is not what I would call... I mean, that is arrogance right there.
That's the way I work.
That's arrogance right there. That's ego right there.
He couldn't go, when I came in, he said, "Where's Steve?" I said, "Steve can't make it." I had to tell him why. Steve was staying in to tidy up because his landlady was coming. This he couldn't get over. He could not get over that you couldn't make it because you had to stay in with your landlady. He talked about it for about the hour when we were working.
What are you talking... Last week I had a bad throat. You wouldn't tolerate that.
You last week when you had a bad throat. Where were you? Why couldn't we do any work then? Because you were at home with your mum and your dad.
You were on holiday, weren't you?
Why didn't you get your mum and your dad to clean the flat?
Oh, he's done it again! He's done you again, mate. Play a record.
How has he done me? What? They live in Bristol.
Yeah, the joke's on you. He couldn't get him to clean the flat. Ah.
I don't know who's laughing at who now.
Right, listen.
Can we just go back to laughing at Carl?
Okay.
Because I know where we stand there.
Okay, alright.
Do you want to,
That's the natural order of things.
I know, yeah.
The world's gone topsy-turvy.
he's stepped out of the pecking order.
Right, well, someone who I don't let down, right, are the listeners of this show. Do you want to read out the prizes for Rockbusters? We'll get that one in.
Oh, we're not doing Rockbusters again, are we?
Yeah.
Well, it was a shambles last week. We cancelled it 2 weeks ago. What?
It just, I mean, there you are right there, Rick. I mean, both you and I, and let's be honest, we're the guys with our names on the poster.
I know,
it's
yeah.
supposed to be your show, and
our faces.
exactly, and yet
we have to be on tube stations with people laughing at us.
Yeah, well, they're not laughing at me, right? They're saying
Wow,
it's a good
I don't
idea,
know.
they're
What do you think people think of the poster, Carl? Seriously.
No, I don't want to know his opinion. It's just going to be insulting. My point is this,
He was
Rick.
looking at you.
My point is this, Rick. We used to be able to decide what the content of this show was.
I know.
Now it's him. It's just him. He wants to do Rockbusters. He gets to do it.
I know. And it's awful, Robert. Like Tourette's Trent D'Arby. Not only is that offensive, it doesn't work as a clue.
Saying that, have you come up with anything for this week?
What's the prizes?
I'll read out the prizes. We've got
Who's the winner?
the winner, very lucky, Sandra Cassidy of Leon C. She gets all those great prizes. You know, we've actually had people emailing in saying, this is the worst Rockbusters ever, because it was too easy, it was boring. This is just, don't shoot the messenger.
Oh,
Other
dear.
people saying, it really has run its course. Some people genuinely agree with
Oh, Carl, this must hurt, mate.
stinging attacks on you. Some people were just slagging you off generally, saying
Oh,
you
God.
whinge all the time.
Looks
and
like
stuff
Steve was right when he sort of like poo-poos your ideas.
So
When he wheezes on your bonfire.
someone else, I swear to God, someone else emailed in and said, don't bother sending me the prizes. Take them to